Okay, today's video we're going to be installing a seat cover, and we will be doing this seat concept seat cover on my daughter's Husqvarna TC50. Taking off the stock seat, putting on this new Seat Concepts Race 2.0 cover on there. I've been using Seat Concepts seats and seat covers for a long time. I got my very first seat from them in 2013, and since then I have been a huge fan and hooked with their products. Every bike that I own now, it's all I run as far as their foam, their seat covers. It's by far the best product I've ever tried for an aftermarket seat. That includes my Super Tenere over there and other street bikes I've had, my wife's race bike YZ250FX, and my YZ250X over there. There's going to be another video and I'll show off all those seats because they are all different, and that'll be a nice little breakdown of the different offerings from Seat Concepts as well. But today it's all about the mini bike and my daughter's TC50. So when Seat Concepts found out that she got a brand new bike, they were really excited for her and decided to send her a seat cover. So to show our thanks and appreciation, my daughter has decided she is going to install it almost entirely by herself, just me helping with some guidance. And we wanted to put a video out showcasing how you do this. So all you mini dads out there, you can have your kids start working on their bikes as well, so you can have more time to do other stuff, which, as we all know, mini bikes take up the majority of every moto dad's life. So Mackenzie, is there anything you'd like to say to people before we get started about your new cover or the bike?
Well, I like it because this is more grippier than this one, and I always sit like in the back where I should not, and so this tells me where I sit. So I should be sitting about right here and not on these.
Yeah?
And that's all.
Okay, so we're going to go over the tools needed for this project and then get into it. Okay, so tools you're going to need for this install: your old seat, of course, your new seat cover. Now, Seat Concepts does send you a plastic bag with their foam or seat cover kits. This is to go over the existing foam or the new foam that you put on the seat pan. You don't have to run this, but if you live in a wet, damp area or you tend to pressure wash your bikes a lot, this is great just to help keep moisture off of the seat foam. We will be installing this, so we will go over how that works. For me, I like to use a air stapler. This makes the process go much faster. You can pick this up Harbor Freight, like 20 bucks. And she's going to be using it today. And then because we're doing that, we are going to have her use proper hearing and eye protection. Okay, so Mackenzie is going to start disassembling the old seat. Now, we went ahead earlier and took out all the staples that ran across the pan here. Flat blade screwdriver and a pair of pliers easily pull those out. So the next thing you're going to want to do is the lock here. I've already loosened it up for her, but go ahead and pull that out and start taking off the cover.
And it's off.
Okay, we don't need that guy anymore. Okay. So now that the seat cover is off, sometimes you would be getting new foam and you would need to take the old foam off, which you can slowly just peel it back, remove the old glue, and then with your new foam, use a spray adhesive onto the seat pan and then place the foam on there. Because we're not running new foam, we're just doing the seat cover, we can skip that step. Grab the plastic sheet we're going to run. We'll just throw it over it like so. We'll just run one layer. Okay. Now we're going to have a lot on here, and then we'll just trim off the excess when the seat cover gets put on. All right, so you want to get these corners in, okay? That's a stretchy material, so stretch it out over the front and get it on there. And then we can start working it back. Need some help or you got it?
I need some help. Sorry.
Okay. So when you do this, see how I'm pulling against it? Really getting the corners in? Now, feel your corners. Is there a lot of material there? No, there's not. You don't want like loose extra material. We've pulled most of it back. Okay. So now, can rip all that extra off the back we don't need. Okay, so the way you're going to do this, flip it over. We really want to take our time to make sure everything's lined up. You can pull this, see how nice and stretchy it is? And you really want to make sure everything's lining up. Okay, so when using your staple gun, this in here nice and tight. We're just going to put one staple in to help hold it in place. Okay? And where I want you to do that is just right here in the middle.
Okay.
Once I pull all this back. Okay. Put it in right there. Okay. Now, go ahead and hang on to it.
Okay.
You're going to need to do one in the back. And same thing, we're going to pull this back. Make sure that the seams for the seat are lining up here in the back as we fold it up. And put one right there in the middle. Don't ruin my fingers. Okay.
Just like that. It's easy.
Nope. So now we have our seat lined up on the pan, and we can kind of see how it's going to start taking shape and molding to the rest of it. As it goes, you can kind of see though that everything's lined up as we start looking at how things are going to tuck into place. And it all looks pretty good. So now from here, it's just a matter of taking it, pulling it kind of tight, lining things up, looking at it, wait a minute. I want to look really closely and make sure that everything looks good before we go. So go ahead and put one right there.
Right there?
Mm-hmm. Nope, hold it straight up and down. Okay, now we're going to do the same on the other side.
Okay. You take right down?
Anywhere on the pan is fine. Okay, and now, see it's a little tighter. So what we're checking for is where the logo lines up versus the other side, which is, yeah, actually we're looking pretty good. Okay.
Good.
Pull it back a little more. Nope, nope, don't bunch it. Yep. Okay. So you see where that is on the seat? You see where that is on the seat?
Mm-hmm.
Looks pretty good. Okay, we're gonna. How's it looking?
Good.
Yep, we got a couple of wrinkles up here, which will pull it tighter to get out. So far, so good. You can see here, no loose material. Everything's following the natural curve of the seat pan. And what we're going for is the logo, where it's connecting down below to be very symmetric. We'll need to pull it a touch tighter here, but for the most part, that is nice and clean. Let's do the front again.
They've already pulled down.
Yep, so you can push and then push it forward to get a little extra material. Do you see what I did there? That way it doesn't slide. So push it down. Now slide it forward. Push it towards me. There you go. That just helps hold it tight. Okay. Now for your corners, best way is typically to just fold them in. All right. Now when you do this, you want to go right here. Get all that material to hold down. Now go. Okay. And we're going to do this.
Hold it down.
Yep. Okay, give it a good look. What do you think? Is everything coming together?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to stop for now because that is pretty much holding it all together. Last thing is we're going to need some way to mark the hole for the little fastener that goes in the back.
To my seats.
To do that,
How to see. Like my dad does, it's not how to see.
so we can just find a little hole here, pick something, just pop it through. That'll give you a nice little mark on where you can actually cut it open. Take your fastener, see if we got the hole big enough.
It's coming through. It comes through. Dad, it came through. It came through. Mm-hmm. Right here works.
And there we go.
And then we have a seat.
So we will go through, trim all this up in a moment, but there we have it. One brand new seat cover from Seat Concepts on a TC50. This would also work for the KTM SX50. Let's put it on the bike and see what it looks like.
Okay.
All right. And there is a Seat Concepts seat cover on the Husqvarna TC50. Looks great, perfect fit. Blends with the bike really well with the blue that they've put on here, but also stands out a little bit, which is nice. What do you think, Mackenzie?
Awesome.
Yep, it is awesome. They make awesome products. Check them out. They are based just outside of Boise, Idaho. All 100% American made and tons of great motorcycle people there. So call them with any of your questions. They will help you with any products you can think of. If you have any questions, put a message below, send me a message, subscribe to the videos, and we will talk to you later.